All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Travel Tuesday with Jet Travel. It's Janine. I am coming to you today. Just a warning, this is pre-recorded. I am not actually in the office, so you might be seeing some fun posts about that. But I am here today with Alicia from Celebrity Cruises. Hey, Alicia, how are you doing?
Hey, Janine, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you are here with us today. And for some serendipitous reason, you picked this day to be here with us. And there's been a lot going on in the world of cruising and with celebrity. So I'm excited to bring all of that to our clients and our friends.
For sure.
Awesome. So let's just start out with a little bit about celebrity because not everyone knows about celebrity cruises. So if you would just fill us in a little bit about what is the celebrity cruise experience?
For sure. Great question, Janine. I would say Celebrity Cruises, we are the new luxury cruise line. So, what does new luxury actually mean? It means upscale, but relatable. So, we're not stuffy, just a really fun atmosphere, but everything is still really nicely done. Like excellent service, great culinary experience. And we do a lot of really fun, kind of new things like sourcing local foods, local wines, local beers. So even though you might be on the ship, you're still getting a taste of the destination in this way. So it's just overall taking all the new trends into play and drilling them down into a wonderful cruise experience.
Yeah, awesome. I warn everyone when I start working them, I am a celebrity snob professed. So,
Thank you.
yes, I really do love the cruise line and it's an ocean cruising ship. So that's one thing we
Yes.
should say. But one thing I love about Celebrity is it's not the mega ships. And I feel like that's one thing that kind of sets you guys apart a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are a mid-sized cruise line. So that means 2 to 3,000 in capacity. So no, we are not the megas. I forget even how large, cruise ships get these days. But we're not small ship. It's a really great mix because you get all of, kind of the small ship destinations like Venice and so on, but you have wonderful amenities on board. So we've got 13 different bars, lounges, restaurants on any given ship. So lots of things to see and do, which is a little better than the small ship experience.
Right, exactly. So you kind of it's the melding of both worlds, I like to say.
Exactly.
Awesome. So talk to us about a cruise. So say I'm interested in going into a cruise. What exactly do I get with my cruise experience? They call the office and I tell someone it's X amount of dollars for their cruise. What are they getting for that?
That is a great question, Janine, and I'm so glad you asked. Earlier this year, we made a big change into always included. So, what that means is drinks, Wi Fi gratuities are always included on a celebrity cruise. This is traditionally at an extra cost for most cruise lines. So, it's nice to have all your amenities bundled into one upfront price point. And of
Mm.
course, all the traditional cruise inclusions are included. So, your accommodations, your meals in the main dining room, any sort of coffee, tea, bottled water with the beverage packages are included. Lots and lots that you get within your celebrity cruises package.
Awesome. So, we're going to jump right into this because the big thing that we'll probably talk about through most of the talk today is about all the changes that we've been seeing with COVID-19. Cruising has been on a pause for over a year now, which is sad, but like your slide says, someday is here because you are back.
So right, Janine, for sure. And we're super excited at Celebrity to say someday is finally here. It has been a very long year for the cruise industry. So once again, just really looking forward to our bright, shiny future here. So, Janine, last week we had a chance to announce our return to service with the Celebrity Millennium.
Mhm.
So, starting June 5th, we will be starting some St. Martin service. So, great option for a Caribbean vacation this summer, even.
Yep. And they're all 7-8 options, correct?
Correct. Yep, they're all 7 nights and they are on sale as of today. So if
Nice.
anybody is looking for pricing, availability, called up Jet Travel. Janine will help you today and you'll get someone really great next week while she's away, of course. But
That's
rates are
Andrew.
out
He'll
there.
be on it. He'll be all over it.
Absolutely. For sure. But yes, they are all 7 nights. There's slight variation in them. We have a Aruba, Curacao, Barbados, British Virgin Islands, St. Lucia, Barbados. So those are kind of we're calling it the butterfly route just because it makes sort of a butterfly shape in the water. Um, St. Martin round trip, which is really nice and easy to navigate. And then we are offering up some air pricing out of MSP, so it's a nice way to get that package feel and a little lower air rate too.
Awesome.
So here is the Aruba, Curacao, Barbados itinerary. We're departing at 10 p.m., which is really nice because you have the opportunity to see St. Martin before you go. And then, of course, it would allow for any later air travel onto the island as well. So eliminating the need for a pre-stay if you're trying to cut that out of your plans,
Mhm.
or it's just a nice way to start out the vacation right on board the ship too. Here is your second option, 7 nights, British Virgin Islands, St. Lucia, and Barbados. Once again, 10 p.m. departure on that Saturday too. So the ability to absorb all those late flights onto the ship as well.
Awesome. These itineraries are great with the days at sea. Sometimes days at sea make people nervous. And when I first cruised, I didn't understand how great they are because you actually relax when you're not like, hey, I'm at an island. I want to go check something out. You actually kind of like get actually relax on those days at seas.
So true. It's a nice breather and just a great way to enjoy some of the onboard amenities on the ship. The destinations are all super wonderful, as you saw, beautiful Caribbean islands. They can't be beat. But it's nice to explore the ship as well. That is certainly part of the experience. So I've got just a few slides on the ship experience. So Celebrity Millennium will be offering those St. Martin options that we just talked about. And we're in luck because this ship has just been revolutionized. It means it has been completely refurbished, top to bottom, down to the studs. Everything in this ship is brand new, which is really fantastic. So you can see our beautiful main dining room on the left, really light, bright interior.
Yeah.
Ocean View Cafe on the right, that's our wonderful buffet, kind of like a market feel to it. We've got everything segmented by culinary types. You can go from India to Americas, to the deli and so on. There's just lots of different options available.
And the food is awesome. When Alicia said before that the food is great, I always warn people if you're going on a cruise, especially with celebrity, expect to gain 10 pounds because there's just no way around it. I mean, the food is so good and it's there, and you're like, I have to try this, obviously, because I'm on vacation too.
Oh, absolutely. And you're so right, Janine. Everything is decadent and delicious. But I do want to point out for people who have committed to a lifestyle change, we do have a lot of
Mm.
options available as well. So, if you choose to be vegan, we have a whole station at the buffet that's vegan,
Mhm.
different customization options on the main dining menus as well. So, lots of opportunities to eat whatever you like, however you like. And I'm with you, Janine. When I'm on vacation, I am all in on the food for sure.
Right? Oh my gosh, total problem, but it's a good problem to have if I'm going to have
It
one.
is. It is. It's not for forever. It's just on vacation. It's all good.
Yep.
Some other great spaces on board the ship. If you like to play cards or like to gamble a little bit, we've got a beautiful casino, slot machines, roulette, you name it, just a beautiful experience here. The Rendezvous Lounge. This is kind of our smaller entertainment venue. We might traditionally have a local musical act, a comedian, something smaller, more intimate. And at the very least, a great spot to grab that afternoon cocktail as you're heading, out to the upper deck for some sun. Otherwise, you could certainly wait till you get to the Sunset Bar. This is
Mhm.
at the top of the ship, all the way at the back. So, best view for sunsets.
Mhm.
You can see it's beautifully decorated with our beautiful pergola. And then we've got a wonderful rooftop terrace as well. So, this kind of leads into some movies in the evenings, out in the open air. And then we've got a wonderful experience called Taste of Film on board the ship as well. And what that means is we're showing you a movie that's kind of food focused, and at the same time, you're getting a few bites, what you're seeing the actors and actresses try. So a really immersive experience.
Very cool. I love the outside space on the ships, and you actually have grass growing on top, which is always
We
amazing.
we do. The grassy top is on our Solstice class fleet, so not on the Millennium, but still, that
Yeah.
is an awesome feature for a few of the ships that we do offer. So thank you for bringing that up, Janine.
Yeah.
Another wonderful place to hang out on your days
Mm.
at sea, the spa. Who doesn't love a massage? Or maybe just even a wonderful experience in our relaxation lounge. We've got a number of saunas, steam rooms, hot tubs, just a wonderful place to relax in a serene environment. And then of course shopping, who doesn't love to shop? And chances are if you've, made a booking with Jet Travel, you've probably got access to a little bit of onboard credit as well. So
Mhm.
nice place to use that on board our wonderful luxury shops as well. And speaking of luxury, our top of the line accommodations at the retreat, one of which is the penthouse suite. Yeah, that's the photo you see on the left here.
Oh,
So very spacious, beautifully decorated. I know I'd love to spend a week in the Caribbean in the penthouse.
right. I might not even leave the room. Good gosh. It's nicer than my
For sure.
house.
You almost don't have to. It's got a huge
No.
veranda, butler service, you name it, we'll be there for you for sure.
Awesome.
But then, of course, verandas are nothing to turn your nose up at.
No.
They are beautifully decorated as well. We've got a brand new cashmere bedding collection featured on
Ooh.
this ship as well. So, best night's sleep of your life every night,
Oh, that looks great.
for sure. So, I kind of mentioned softly that Penthouse Suite is a part of an experience we call the retreat.
Mhm.
This is all suites, all exclusive, all included. So for you guests that love to stay in the top of the line accommodations and have access to the fun extras, this is the place for you. So Lumine would be your exclusive dining experience for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just a smaller, more intimate dining venue. We've also got an exclusive lounge for our retreat guests. So drinks, concierge services available here. Think of it as an extension of your own living room in your cabin. And then, of course, our beautiful sun deck. So our sun deck experience is unique because it features ocean views. It's not in the middle of the ship, so you can lay out in the sun, kind of get a look at the shoreline, or maybe even see some dolphins skipping off in the distance as well. So beautiful experience on the retreat.
Yeah. And for those particular experiences you just talked about, you have to be a retreat, staying in one of the retreat suites in order to access these. So it's not like everyone has access to this area.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that,
Hmm.
Janine.
Well, because I tried getting in and they wouldn't let me. So
For sure. I know. We'll have to just share a suite next time, Janine. Then we can
we'll,
both see it
we'll
firsthand.
have to.
Yes, definitely. Another great news story on Celebrity. Someday is here for our brand new ship, the Celebrity Apex.
Mhm.
So you'll see this orange structure behind me. That is a feature on board the Apex. It's called the Magic Carpet. It's a cantilever balcony we can raise and lower to any deck height. Think of it as an extension of the ship and an extra balcony space. It's really awesome and one of a kind.
Yeah, and I love it because it kind of changes depending upon where it stops because you might need it, and you see it in the picture right down there to the right where it goes up and down. Where if they need to use it for getting people on and off the ship, that's what it's used for. And the evening it
Exactly.
can be a cocktail area.
Mhm.
So I'd love to be able to like throw a private party in there. That would be fabulous. When I win the lottery this next week, will be what I do.
For sure. I'll earmark a cabin just for you, Janine. Consider it done.
Uh, So tell
Uh,
us about this this big news because this is ginormous.
yes, yes. So just today, you're hearing it from Jet Travel first, probably. We have just announced the Celebrity Apex will be sailing in Greece. So we are starting up our sailings June 19th, and
Mhm.
itineraries are going to be opening for sale on the 30th. So really awesome opportunity if you're looking at a European vacation this summer. So I mentioned Greece. The home port will, of course, be Athens, and we'll
Mhm.
have a number of mostly 7 night itineraries. There's a couple variations in there, but all in all, great opportunity to see the Greek islands up close. We've got a little bit of Cyprus and Israel sprinkled in there as well.
Oh, nice.
Considered a very intimate Eastern Mediterranean sailing.
Right. Get
All
a nice,
right.
nice little bite of it all to see where you want to head back to.
Exactly. Exactly. So a couple itineraries just to feature here. We've got our 8 night variations here, Greek islands in Israel or Greek islands in Cyprus. A late departure, once again, just to accommodate any late air flights coming in. It just gives guests the ability to segue right to the ship. And then also a beautiful sail away experience as we're pulling out of Athens too. So it's a beautifully lit city in the evening and just kind of brings to life all the ruins and the variety in architecture. It's just a beautiful city to see.
Oh, absolutely. Cities at night are so pretty in Europe. I just love them.
They so are, yes. And so lots of opportunity to see some beautiful evening cities here. Here's a look at the 7 night itineraries and our 6 nighter, Greek islands and Cyprus as well. Again, late departure points at the start. So great opportunity to get those beautiful sail away views as well.
Oh, cool. Love it. So
Yes.
excited.
Thank you. Yeah, we are too. And so Celebrity Apex is unique to us at Celebrity because we actually we were in the process of building the ship, and when she came to us, it was mid-pandemic. So she originally was scheduled to depart in Europe last spring, but of course, we all know we had to put our lives on pause for a little bit. So we're excited to finally be debuting our brand new ship here. And she comes with a variety of amazing features. So we talked a little bit about Magic Carpet, which is behind me,
Mhm.
but another great feature is called Eden. So it is a 3-story indoor terrarium, so to speak. It's very green, very lush. We're kind of playing off Garden of Eden, and I'm sure you can see that coming through in the imagery here.
Very
Um,
much.
yeah. So Eden plays off of chillful, playful, wonderful. These are kind of the 3 different modes that she'll be in throughout the day. So it's a place to, just chill out and relax. We'll have immersive activities here as well. So cooking classes, tastings, things of that nature will be the playful mode. And then wonderful. At night, we'll have a beautiful dining experience accompanied by a show. So it's a wonderful area to just enjoy throughout the day in different capacities.
Yeah. This is not your typical looking cruise ship whatsoever, which is what I love about this ship.
hmm for sure. And it's nice to have all these little nooks and crannies to escape to and enjoy some sea views too. Another fun experience on the Apex, especially for families, we've got Le Grand Bistro, and this is kind of a even different take on a dinner and a show. What happens is we've got projector screens projecting an image down on your table in front of you. And at each place setting, Le Petit Chef or the little chef will prepare a small dish for you, and then the wait staff will bring you the real thing. So it's
Oh,
just a fun way to see the preparation taking place, and with kids, they just light up. It's just such a fun experience
very cool.
for sure. And of course, we have the retreat experience on Apex as well for you luxury lovers. It's even more amazing with the new ship as well. So you can still expect the same great experience, all suites, all exclusive, all included, but just even more space available. And we've got a wonderful suite called the Iconic Suite. You'll see that on the left side. You're only seeing windows because it is above the bridge. So it's the best view in the house. Uh,
Oh.
there are 2 iconic suites on this ship, but they are one of a kind in accommodations.
So you get the view of the captain, so you can let them know him know what's going on. Or
Yeah, just
her.
stomp really hard. Be like, could you
Right.
speed up here? Really
Right.
excited to see Athens. Yeah. Another great new place. I don't know about you guys, but I am loving the craft brewery scene that's developing here in the Twin Cities, and I'm sure you guys are getting a taste of it up in Ashland as well. But the new craft social bar. This is a great new venue on board the Apex. So if you love enjoying craft beers, craft ciders, we've got a whole new space that's dedicated to this, which is really fantastic.
Absolutely.
For sure. And then another great feature for Apex, the main dining experience traditionally has always been really great with Celebrity. Janine, you talked about loving the food. I know I do too. Um, a way that we're changing it up on Apex is instead of having just one big main dining room, we're
Mhm.
having 4 smaller ones instead. So these different venues, although they look like they might be specialty restaurants, which traditionally have an added cost,
Right.
they are complimentary as part of your package. So you can
Oh.
choose from cosmopolitan, Normandy, which is kind of more French cuisine,
Mhm.
Cyprus, more Greek in style, and then Tuscan, more Italian. But you can kind of change it up every night if you wish. So it's a wonderful way to keep the traditional cruise experience, but more variety.
Very nice. Get a little flair to see what you're feeling like that night.
Exactly, for sure. Um, and Janine, you asked the question earlier, what is included within a celebrity package?
Mhm.
Always included is the amenity structure that we offer. So this bottom tier here, the blue, drinks, Wi-Fi, and tips are always included for
Mhm.
each and every guest in the stateroom. And I want to highlight, if you've got a family, I've got 2 kids, so if the 4 of us go, you know, even the kids are getting drinks, tips, Wi-Fi included. So it's a wonderful way to get that upfront price point and not have that icky bar bill at the end.
Yeah, those can be scary sometimes.
For sure, for sure. There are opportunities to upgrade your packages if
Mhm.
you need premium drinks in your life or if you need more robust Wi Fi service. Each tier comes with additional onboard credit as well. So it's a nice way to take care of some short excursion costs on the front end with your package. Or maybe that spa, you wanted to book a massage. It's nice to get that onboard credit in there as well. And then I think the big question on
Mhm.
everyone's mind is health and safety. Of
Yep.
course, we are all here in the here and now with, COVID-19 amongst us, and trying to navigate around this has been difficult. But I think we at Celebrity have found a way, and we're super excited to, share with you guys. Um, so just kind of going through the bullets here,
Mhm.
any adult guests sailing with us on these itineraries would be required to be vaccinated
Okay.
prior to the sailing. We will also need to supply negative PCR tests for all guests. This is a requirement from Greece and from St. Martin. So that's the why behind it. I totally understand everyone's vaccinated. Why do the PCR test?
Right.
Because the home countries require it. All guests are receiving antigen tests prior to embarkation, just as a quick double check.
Mhm.
And then at the end, so that guests can then fly home to the US. As you know, Janine, you and your team keep abreast of all the latest and greatest, and a negative COVID test is required to fly home from an
Yeah.
international destination.
It totally is. And about that quick antigen test, so that antigen test that they give you at the beginning and the end, is there an extra cost for that, or is that already included in my cruise cost?
The antigen test is included in your cruise cost, so there's
Okay,
no extra charge for that.
nice.
And just to further clarify, the PCR test would be at the guest's cost. Although I know here in Minnesota there are community testing
Yeah.
sites that are free. I think
Mhm.
most insurance is covering, any PCR test, but
Yeah.
check with your insurance provider to be sure.
Yep. So the test, the 72-hour prior, that's something that as a consumer, I would be responsible for. But once I get on board with Celebrity, that test I have to take at the beginning and then the test at the end, that one is included.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Just want to be
Absolutely.
clear. And everyone, I should give this disclaimer right now. What Alicia and I are talking about right now, everything in our world of COVID is continuing to change and it kind of evolves. So things we're talking about right now, it could change in the future. So please just let us know if you have any questions because we want to make sure there's no hidden messages or questions about this. There's nothing really hidden. We want to keep everyone as informed as possible.
For sure. And to that effect, Janine, you mentioned everything's growing, changing always, and we're responding to those changes. So as we get better information, we'll start moving in that direction too. So these policies that we're talking about here today, it's not for forever, it's just for right now.
Right.
We are going to ebb and flow right along with new developments, new technologies, new findings.
Yep, awesome. So the crew will be totally vaccinated, which is a great peace of mind as well.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, the guest safety is of course our top priority. So just making sure everyone is being as safe as possible right now is of the utmost concern.
Mhm.
And then to that effect, we're also looking at reduced capacity. So we're
Okay.
looking at about half capacity to start. Things may build up from there, but the reduced capacity allows us to maintain social distancing as well. So, all in all, we're looking at a layered approach when it comes to being safe on board the ships.
Yeah. And I'm just assuming, so correct me if I'm wrong, that a lot of the regulations and what you're doing is reflective upon where we're going with the cruise ship. So it's not just
Correct.
you guys at Celebrity saying, hey, we want to do this. It's a partnership to make sure, hey, if we come to St. Martin, we want to make sure that everyone can go and have a great experience and similar with the other islands that you're going to.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're so right, Janine. We want to be a good partner to our destination partners and make sure we're keeping them safe and then also keeping our guests safe too. So it's a win-win, when we take this multi-layered approach.
Yep. Awesome. So one thing I guess I will ask about that, if I can just jump in quick, talk to me. One question that we've been getting a lot from people is like, how do the medical facilities, has that been changing when you're on the cruise ships? Have you guys
Great
made any adjustments?
Great question, Janine. Yes. So just out of an abundance of precaution, we have made some changes to our onboard medical facilities. It includes more of the ability to staff up, our physicians on board so that there are more of them. We do have better equipment and technology. We've upgraded, what is available to be used on board. And then also just making sure that we have readily available testing, should the need arise. So
Got it.
yeah, we've made a lot of robust changes to our medical facilities.
All right, excellent. Cool. And you're answering some of my questions I had on my list. So this is awesome. Let's keep going.
For sure.
Uh,
Um, and I'm sure, there are a few uncertainties as we are moving forward here. So bear with us as we're finalizing a few details here, but we're looking at the proof of vaccination that would be required. We are, it would be really easy to replicate those cards that are being handed out, right? So I know each state is taking a different approach when it comes to some sort of electronic validation. So once we decide, is it the QR code? Is it a letter? What could we provide? What could be provided? I think that will answer our question. So we're expecting to have this finalized in the coming weeks. A few other pieces that I think are mission critical when it comes to cruising, onboard protocols. We've kind of talked about a few things: vaccines, testing, social distancing. Additional protocols are being finalized as well. So, stay tuned for more. Jet Travel will keep you informed, but just know we are looking at additional protocols. And then shore excursions. We know, as much fun as it is to be on these wonderful ships, the destination is what you've come to see with us. I can tell you, we are going to make sure that we have the opportunity to see the destination. We wouldn't be sailing there otherwise. So, with that being said, we are looking at if there would be the ability to explore freely off the ship. We believe that, with everyone being vaccinated and so on, there's potential for us to have that experience, which would be fantastic. If not, worst case scenario, we will have a number of really excellent shore excursions to choose from, and that will give you the ability to see the destination in a fun, immersive, and safe way.
Perfect. That makes 100% sense. That makes 100% sense. Just to make sure that you're being proactive and protective of yourself and everyone on board, but also the communities that you're being a part of.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
And then I've just got kind of a quick timeline because I know,
Oh, cool.
as our world is changing and we're responding to changes, our timeline of the vacation experience is changing as well.
Mhm.
So just to drill down, because we've talked about so much when it comes to protocols and what's required, here's a quick timeline. So prior to ship travel,
Mhm.
vaccine for sure is going to be required for everyone 18 and up.
Mhm.
72 hours prior to sailing, we'll need to see that negative PCR test. Arriving to the terminal, we are going to be conducting those arrival antigen tests. We'll have our excellent voyage on the Millennium or the Apex.
Mhm.
And then about 1 to 2 days prior to disembarkation, we'll be handing out those antigen tests so that guests can then re-enter into the US with the negative result. And then, of course, we would disembark as normal, and then you would enjoy your journey home, and hopefully with some fond memories to help you pull through, kind of the grayer winter months. I know the upper Midwest is unkind to us.
Yeah, sometimes. Absolutely. Yeah, we had snow yesterday, but it's supposed to be 50 this weekend. It's just like, welcome to winter. Or
Yep.
break spring, not quite winter still. All right,
Right.
Alicia, I have a couple more questions. Let's just go, if you would bear with me
Yeah,
a little bit.
for
So,
sure.
one question we talked about is facilities on board. So, are all the facilities on board going to be open on the ship? And Andy actually came up with this because when we were on our sailing, I'm going to totally throw him into the bus because he's not doing this. There's this cool thing with Celebrity called Silent Disco. So, you get a pair of headsets and they're different, and you put them on. They're the bigger ones, so they totally cover your ears. And there are 3 different stations that you can go to. And everyone is in this huge area and you're around dancing. And depending upon your color, you know what station people are listening to. So you see everyone dancing and singing totally different. It's hilarious and totally worth the time to do. Andy's worried that the silent disco is going to disappear. So what's the deal with onboard fun?
I can share his concern. The silent disco, it sounds crazy, but it is so, so fun. It's
Mhm.
just amazing to, the headsets have a color to them and you find your color tribe and you all just kind of dance together. And or if you like a little Schadenfreude moment, you can kind of slip an earbud off and listen to people doing some impromptu
Yes,
karaoke with no music. That's also really entertaining.
it's
Um,
so fun to watch.
Oh, for sure. Either way, tell Andy not to worry. We will not be losing out on the silent
Okay.
disco. We're looking at reopening all the facilities on board the ships. They may be subject to the additional protocols that we're researching and finalizing right now, but we are expecting to have full capacity of all the venues, all the activities that our guests have come to know and love.
Got it. Awesome. So, the next thing I guess is like, let's say I'm excited, I'm ready to go. I want to I'm going to put down my deposit, but there's still a lot of unknowns out there. So, what are kind of the cancellation policies, or do I feel totally confident putting down a deposit? What do I think about as if I have my mom come in and do that? How does that look for her?
For sure. No, great questions. I would say overall, the blanket policy that really helps us out in the here and now is our cruise with confidence policy. So what this means is by putting down your deposit today for that wonderful Caribbean Millennium sailing, you are assured at least 100% future cruise credit back should you choose to cancel 48 hours prior to departure. So as you're getting closer to your departure date and perhaps maybe not feeling as comfortable as you thought you were, you can always back out. We'll give you 100% of your paid value as a cruise credit that you can redeem on a future cruise up through September of 2022 at this point. So lots and lots of time to, choose a different sailing.
No, absolutely. So it's literally 48 hours before it's set to sail. If still not feeling wonderful about it, I'll actually have that money to use on a different cruise in the future.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow. That's a
You
great
got it
peace of mind to have.
for sure.
Awesome. All right, cool. I'm just gonna go over my notes really quick to make sure that we checking everything off of our list.
Sure.
One big thing, are the buffets going to be open?
Yeah, great question. Yes, we're looking at having the buffets open.
Okay.
Um, Protocols forthcoming. It may or may not be self-serve, but they will be available for everyone.
Awesome. Cool. All right, we've hit all of those questions. So let's talk a little bit more about celebrity. We've talked kind of about the COVID protocols. If anyone has any more questions, hit us up below. There's definitely a comments area, so you can ask any more particular questions. We will get you those answers. But let's talk a little bit about the different places we can go to with celebrity. We
Sure.
can't quite go to all of them right yet, but we need a plan to the future because once we can go, I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people running out the door as quick as they possibly can.
You're so right, Janine. Yeah, thank you for the question. Celebrity, we are a global cruise line. We have 14 different ships, including Apex, our newest. And although right now we are just sailing to St. Martin in Greece, we do have deployment open through April of 2023. And you can go all around the world. We've got Norwegian fjord sailings. If you like to do a little bit of Japan, that's kind of a fun sailing as well. Australia, New Zealand, South America. Galapagos is a great bucket list destination. The world is your oyster on Celebrity Cruises.
Oh, awesome. Great. So as we end here, we're getting towards the end, and I want to say thanks again for joining us. What is one thing that you miss most about travel right now, Alicia?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I think I just miss going and seeing new places. And as much as you're learning more about these new cultures and new destinations, I think it's fun to discover you learn a little bit more about yourself in the process, what things really make you happy, what's something new you could bring to your life back home, or even what's a place that I'd like to set my eyes on for next time. There's just so much opportunity when you travel. And I really miss I miss it all, Janine. What can I say?
I feel the same way. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming. So at the very end, we do this to all of our guests. We torture you with the lightning round.
Ooh,
So
I'm
here
ready.
is the lightning round. I have a series of questions. My timer is set for a minute. I ask you a question. You answer it as how you would like to answer it, not how anyone else wants to answer it. So
Okay,
here we go with the lightning round.
I'm ready.
And we are going to say go. Awesome. Favorite city that you've ever visited?
Stockholm.
Favorite exotic destination you want to go to?
Ooh, Galapagos for sure.
Awesome. Are you an aisle or a window person on the airplane?
Window.
Got it. What is one thing you should always pack for a celebrity cruise?
Oh my gosh, sunglasses.
Perfect. What if you're on a celebrity cruise? What's one adventure that you would tell someone they have to do?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. You know what? Taking the Alaska Rail up to the Yukon. That is an
Ooh,
amazing experience. You must do it.
oh, love it. Favorite season for you to travel?
Ooh, summer. Warm
Okay.
weather is great.
What is a destination that is on your bucket list?
Oofta. I would say, Australia. I
Okay.
have never been to Australia.
Cool. And then, oh, there's our timer.
Uh,
Congratulations, you have made it through the lightning round.
yes.
Awesome. Oh, Alicia, thanks again for coming on with us and sharing with all of our friends and guests about celebrity cruises. More will be coming up. Our world's continuing to change, and that includes our travel. And we have more good stuff to look forward to on the horizon. That is for sure. So, thanks again for taking the time to visit with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Janine. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Everyone have a great Tuesday night. We'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. And then that is it for now. Stay safe and be kind.